What's up, everybody? I'm going to wait for some more people. Y'all know I'm not happy about talking about this. I'm annoyed. That's what I am. It's 2026. Woo! That means that we're supposed to leave these two in 2025. Burley, that ain't happening. I have my mic on my laptop, so if you guys can't hear me, let me know. It's magnetized to my laptop thing. Thank you. Man, let me tell you, 2026, I always have these little, and I know it's not just me, I know it's everybody, but I feel like it's just me sometimes where these little inconveniences happen and I will literally blow up because it's just like, you know how some things go little by little until you finally have had enough? That's what all last year was like. And now today, like something small, it was just something small and stupid. Like I asked for no onions on my lunch because I can't eat onions because they aggravate me. And I saw it on the screen and they did it right. They placed my order right. But then when I pick up my food, guess what's on it? Freaking onions. And I literally, bro, I just like, I'm like, you know what? This is not going to be the year for this. I'm done. It's something little. Thankfully, it was like an onion ring. So like I could take it off. It wasn't those chopped up onions. But I'm like, damn, like, why can't anything ever be done right, bro? No one can do their job right. And I feel like I have to just constantly go behind people to fix things. And I'm like, that's not happening this year. This year is going to be all good luck and all good things. I'm claiming it right now because I am so over the little things that happen that just add up to big things. Anyway, thank you. I wish that it's a good year for you too. You know what we're here to talk about? We're here to talk about that promo video. Not a lot. So like most of my lives recently have been about the promo videos that they've been doing. But the last live was about the trailer, so that's not really fair. But we brought up the last promo they did together with the kissing, which was super awkward, in my opinion. That was the last live I did with Mia. I love her. If you don't follow her, she's on TikTok and Instagram. I don't have TikTok, but let's be for real. I'm pretty sure that's her name on both of them. But she's a cool chick, and she's like really like trying not to talk about them this year either because I'm just like, I'm also fairly busy. So I just like don't have the time anymore to devote to all this. I'm ready to move to season 4 and talk about Sophie and Benedict and everything. But it's just like the show or whoever it is won't let people move on because number one, why did Nicola need to be in this promo? Because it was all the Bridgerton siblings and the mother. She's not related to them. She's a freaking wife. And I don't care what you say. That doesn't make you relational family. No, it does not. They could have swapped her with Gregory and then all this would not have happened. But no, they put her in there right next to Luke, mind you. They could have like staggered them or something. But I refuse to believe that like the people who looked at that video after they were like, yeah, that's good. No, there's no weirdness here. No one's going to. They know exactly how to bait people. And that's one reason why I'm getting aggravated with this show. And if they did that on purpose, then I have an issue with this show now. I have an issue with this show if they're doing this on purpose to bait people. That is messed up. That's effed up. And that's really stupid. Like, and I'm not even one of the people who's like flipping out about it and stuff. I'm just here because I know people have been asking me questions, just like Mia said on her live, like people are coming to her and it's like, we don't have the answers, you guys. We don't have the answers. We can talk about it, but we don't know what we don't know. And like, you know, I'm just wondering at this point, how long are people going to talk about it and put pressure on it like it's something when it's like 2023 and 2024 was their time, okay? Their time's over now. Like, are people ever going to move on? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to show the clip in a second in case any of you haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure you've all seen it. And then we can just discuss, because I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't have the answers. I only know what I know. Just like Mia said, she only knows what she knows from observing them for the past like 4 years or whatever. And all I know is that the energy in that promo was off and it was weird. And that's all I'm going to say. Nicola was being very passive aggressive. And her expressions were like, I don't want to be here. And I hate you, Luke. You disgust me. But that's just me. Like, anyone else can have their opinion on it. That's fine. That's just mine. But when I went to school, my first major before I changed it halfway through was psychology. And I took a lot of those dang courses. Like, I got those credits and I transferred those. Best believe you, me. And just seeing people's body language, it just comes second nature to me, like reading people right now, because that's what I do in real life too. I can read people. I can tell if you don't want someone to be around. I can tell if someone is annoyed. I can tell if someone is happy without having to say a word, without them having to say anything. And that's the curse that I am dealt with, is being able to like read that stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me just get through a little bit. Oh, there's a lot you hear. Hi, guys. Until they say and confess their feelings, I think the first step is going to come from Luke in that case about saying his feelings to Nicola. So this is the thing I wanted to talk about. Everyone's like, they're just friends and their friendship, and they're talking about like their friendship and stuff. Luke and Nicola have said in the past that, oh, we're such good friends, blah, blah, blah. If I had a friend and they were just my friend and nothing weird happened, I wouldn't be deleting personal pictures of you and me on my Instagram. I wouldn't be giving the energy I'm giving if someone was just my friend and we got in a fight. I wouldn't be doing half the stuff that has happened for just a friend. Okay, so that's the closure, and that's the answer that everyone has got to have. And now on the other side of that, everyone has to realize that no, we're not going to know exactly what went down. But the closure that we can have and y'all can have is that something went down and now everything is weird. You're not wrong in thinking that. But I think and you guys tell me in the comments, what do you want? What do you want to know? Because we're not going to ever know exactly what went down. So what will make you happy and be able to move on from this? Because we're not going to get, this is what happened, guys. We're going to tell you everything. We're not going to get that. Maybe in 10, 20 years, do you want this to be on your mind for 10, 20 years? I don't. Girl, listen, I don't. I seriously don't. Let me give you an example. It's just like that TV show Friends. I think most of you are old enough to, remember or know that show. And during the show, when it was running, everyone was shipping Jennifer and David, or Ross and Rachel, their character names, in real life. Oh, they have feelings for each other. It's so obvious, blah, blah, blah. Nothing was admitted until 20 freaking years later in the Friends reunion, you guys. But the people were right. They confirmed that. So the fact that everyone feels the same way based on the actions of these two people the past 5 years, you're not wrong. You're just not going to find out exactly what's going on. That's it. So that's your closure. You're not wrong, but you're never going to find out what specifically went down unless someone gets real, loose and goosey and feeling good one day and they just decide to spill the beans to a publication. We're not going to know. There are definitely some unsaid feelings that are still going on, and their tension is going to be there until one of them accepts it and confesses it. And this one is going to be Luke, in my opinion. How do you know it's going to be Luke? I don't know. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying anything, and I'm not claiming anything here as fact because I don't want it to come back at me. And I know most of you guys are cool. Most of you guys who follow me are super cool and everything. But I'm not going to claim anything here as fact. I'm just going based on what I've seen and what I have discussed in other lives with other people over the years. And it's super obvious. Netflix literally ships Luke and Nicola. They're like, oh, we are so much messier than you two. If I find out, and this is what Mia said too, if I find out that this production company and this show are using their drama, their personal issues for promotion of the show, I have an issue with that, and I'm not going to be watching Bridgerton anymore. Y'all can count me out of your viewer base. I'm done, because that is shady, and I'm not down with that. Absolutely not. That is absolutely disgusting if they're doing it on purpose, because not only are they exploiting these two actors, they're also messing with people who are their loyal viewers, and that's some next level shit. Like, I have never in my life known a TV show to use two people's personal issues to promote something. That's just like, but you know what? Then again, like, there's been stuff that have gone on in this production that are already grounds for a lawsuit, and they didn't do nothing. They did nothing about it. So you know what? No holds barred, I guess. They don't care. Yes, this year needs to be better than last year. I agree. I think Shondaland and Netflix got seriously kicked in the behind because of the Poland promo fallout. They are so quiet about season 4. No, but they're not, because they're still stirring up BS with this. Like, and that's another thing. I want to know why Yaren wasn't in this video. I'm still like, I'm chalking it up to like she was busy. But then if it is what people are saying and it was just the Bridgerton family for the promo, then why was Penelope in it? She's not related by blood. Why was she in it if it was just the Bridgerton family? And why wasn't Gregory in it? Please, if someone can explain that to me, just do it. They know what they were doing, and I don't like it. Yes, we don't know. We are not going to know. Okay, so before I get into the rest of your comments, I'm going to share the screen, and I'm going to just show the promo, and I'm going to just highlight some parts where when I was watching this for the first time, I'm going to highlight the parts that made me go, okay, let's see. I'm going to share my tab with you guys. And I'll share the audio too so you can hear it. This is as big as I can get it, so forgive me. I'm going to refresh it. So hopefully you guys can see it, but I'm going to pause the video. My cat's eating, sorry.
Turning this month, so here's some of our New Year's resolutions for our characters.
To remind...
Oh, this is different. Well, you can still see it, but I wanted the other. Here we go. I wanted this one.
Bridgerton is returning this month.
Okay. Oh, Luke Thompson is so cute. I love his little face. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
So here's some of our New Year's resolutions.
Nicola just looks like she doesn't want to be there. Nicola looks like she doesn't want to be there. I can see that immediately off the bat. She looks so uncomfortable. She's like, get me out. Why did you guys put me next to him? Get me out of here. Look, but how she, I'm going to point something out real quick. How she looks at Luke Thompson versus the immediate 180 when when Luke Newton starts speaking. It's like she can't stand his voice.
For our characters.
To remind
Whoops.
herself that her garden is still very much in bloom.
To behave himself at least until midnight.
To always find time.
See, okay, that's Nicola looking at Luke Thompson, and that's her typical, like, giddy, like, you know, that's her real expression when she's happy. Her eyes are squinty, and now look how quickly her expression changes. I'm sorry, it makes me laugh because it's like immediate.
Alone with Penelope.
Did you guys catch that? When Luke starts talking, her expression immediately goes from like happy to like oh my God. And I'm sorry, like and she's not looking at Luke Newton right there. I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, it's so cute. They're looking at each other. No, she's not, you guys. She's looking down. She's not looking him in the eyes or his face. She's looking down, like maybe at his shoulder or something. She ain't looking at him. She doesn't want to look at him. Oh my God. Y'all, like, they really couldn't keep a poker face for the promo. That's their job. if I was, I'd get fired if I didn't do my job right. Y'all really couldn't keep your poker face. Like, okay, anyway, if you didn't catch that, I'll go back and do it again. But her, okay, and her awe here, her face looks so disgusted. Like, oh my God, Nicola, why aren't you're an actor? You can at least have done better than this. That's the fake. The other times that she said aw to Luke in the past, she was smiling and her eyes were squinting like, aw, thank you. Like, this is just like, ah, get out of my face. I hate you. Oh my God. And poor Luke, dude, he's like, and after she did that, his reaction is like, okay, bet. Like, okay, bet.
To keep her quill sharp enough to amuse a queen.
To realise that sometimes his mother is right.
To argue less with her sisters, though this is highly unlikely.
I know, like, the rest of the cast, like, felt that energy. Like, I know they had to. Like, the whole thing is just
become a dazzling debutante.
To enjoy all that married life has to offer.
To answer to no one but herself.
She's petty. She's petty. I'm sorry. Nicola is petty. What did Luke do to you to make you act this way? That's what, but no one's ever going to find out until the show's over and until someone just comes out and says everything. I'm going to need someone to write like a tell-all book or like an E! True Hollywood story, like behind the scenes of what went down, because dude, that's too much. That is too much of a 180 from what used to be to what it is now. And the fact that they kept claiming that we're the best friends, like, oh, we're never not going to be friends. Bitch, you're obviously not anything right now.
Oh, no, wait. I've thought of one more resolution.
Come on, then.
To watch Bridgerton season 4 on January the 29th.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's a great resolution.
And then she smiles at Luke Thompson again. I just can't. I can't deal with her petty ass. Like, I'm gonna go back to that.
Bridgerton is returning this month, so here's some New Year's resolutions for our characters.
To remind herself that her garden is still very much in bloom.
Yes, Violet. Okay, I'm so excited though. I'm just gonna stop about Violet and Marcus. That's all I want to say. I'm so excited about them. They're my Varkas, that's their name, and I'm so excited for them.
To behave himself at least until midnight.
To always find time.
Okay, again, look at how she looks when she looks at Luke Thompson.
Alone.
And then the minute he turns to her, her face just goes. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's really sad. Like, it's really freaking sad at this point, but it's funny because it's just like they can't hide it. They're just y'all. They really just showed their whole ass on this promo. She doesn't even look at him. She's looking down. She's looking down. She's not looking at him. Not looking at him. Not acknowledging him. Because remember, and Mia brought this up, remember when they were talking about how they communicate with each other in the show? They both said they look at each other and they know what each other's thinking. Nicola is not giving him that anymore. She's like, nope, I'm not going to do this with you. I'm not going to look at your eyes and communicate with you anymore because we aren't shit. She's actively trying to look away from him. Oh my God. Poor Luke. He's trying to get anything from her.
Oh,
Like her face. That face. Nicola, girl. And you know what's funny? The other thing that's very telling is that neither of them have shared this in their stories, and neither of them shared the kissing promo in their stories either. Nicola shared the picture of her with the baby, but none of them have shared their promos they've done together. Oh, you guys, what is the beef? What is the beef? Because I got plenty of popcorn. I'm just waiting to pop it because I want to know. But we're never going to find out. And then Luke, it's just so sad. Like, his face is just like, okay, bitch, that's how you want to do it. All right. Like, Fine. I'm not going to acknowledge you either. Lord have mercy. All right. Oh, that's painful to watch because it's sad because they were supposedly such good friends. But if you were actually friends and nothing more, you wouldn't be acting this way. You wouldn't be acting weird, and you wouldn't be the whole timeline too. The whole timeline of Luke deleting pictures, Nic deleting the pictures, Nicola's article coming out on Christmas, Luke dropping the photos of him and Antonia finally, like, you know, the private moments of them. That happened right after Nicola's article came out, where again, she was like, nope, just friends, nope, whatever, like that's it. And it's always been like this back and forth. It's always been that way. And a lot of people are asking, well, if Luke doesn't really love Antonia, why is he with her? Why are men with women they don't love every day? It happens every day, you guys. Like, men marry women they don't love. Men marry women they don't love, and they cheat with the ones they want. What was the quote? Okay, I have to tell you guys this because it was brilliant. Men marry the women they need and cheat with the ones they want. Not all of them, okay? I'm not generalizing here, but that is a common thing. That is so common. It's like the cab light theory, right? Like men, and that's why like I'm very slow to do things, and I'm very calculated in the way that I move with relationships because I'm not fixing to be that female, and I'm not, because I take my time. But it happens a lot where men will pick up, like a cab, the woman who's available when their light is on and they're ready. It's not necessarily the love of their life, y'all. Nothing is that black, like nothing is black and white like that. Like, no, not everyone marries who they're in love with. It just doesn't work that way. Anyway, the energy between them was horrible. Take them out of promos altogether and let Luke and Urine enjoy their time as main characters. Definitely something happened. Yes. And that's the closure that everyone just needs to accept, is that something happened. We're not going to find out what it is. So people need to be okay with that. Like, you can ask questions and go in circles all day long, but you're never going to find out what exactly happened. And if you do, it's going to be unexpected, and it's probably going to be like light years away from right now. So how many more seasons of this show do they have if they keep getting renewed? Like 3, 4? I mean, come on. I'm not fixing to still be like in this when I'm in my 40s. Hell no. It's not happening. It is just heartbreaking to see Nicola act like Luke is Vecna in Stranger Things. Like, girl, he is not going to bite you if you look at his face just more than 1 millisecond. Yeah, but again, like, and it's giving like scorned female energy, but again, we don't know what happened. Like, it could be something completely unrelated to like romantic whatever. It could be something that happened like with their friend group, and like Nicola just is the type of person who like holds grudges. Or I think she said that before. She's like, once I'm in a fight with someone and once like you do me dirty, or like, and I understand because I'm that way too, but like over to, I just don't associate with the person anymore. But because of the fact that they're forced to work together, it just shows on their face. It's written all over their faces. And the other thing that I wanted to point out that's really messed up is that they're both still matching. They're both still matching. It's crazy. I'm like, their stylists are messy. Your stylists are doing you dirty, because his photo when he posted it on his Instagram was black and white. We didn't know what the color of the shirt was. Again, going back to when he posted the promo photos that they took, like the single photos that their stylist took of them. We only found out the color when we saw the video, and what was it? They were matching again. And I bet Nicola was peeved about that too. She's like, why are you guys trying to do this to us still? Like, what is going on? I had to find the photo, actually. No, moving on. Couples will come and go. Bridgerton darlings forever. If there is no feelings, why are you acting like he did something wrong to you, Nicola? Because there were feelings. That's the closure that we know. Like, they had feelings for each other, or one of them had feelings, or both of them had feelings. And the fact that they're acting this way now, we don't know what went down, but something went down, and someone is more mad than the other, and now they're acting weird. I'm just like, dude, what? Okay, so I looked up what that snake and heart meant on his shirt yesterday during Mia's live that I was in, actually. And Mia, if you're in here now, you can cover your ears because I know she did that the other day because she didn't want to know. But I'm about to Google it again and share with everybody. What does the rose and snake heart mean? Because that was on his shirt, right? The snake and the rose in a heart. When I Googled it yesterday, the exact same image came up on the computer that was on his shirt. I'm not even kidding you. I am not kidding you. The exact same image. Yep, here it is. I can't make this shit up. Like, I cannot make this shit up. Is that not the image that was on his shirt? All I Googled was, what does the heart with a rose and snake mean? That is so general, it's not even funny. I didn't Google Luke Newton's shirt. I didn't Google anything like that. And this is the picture that showed up. And that is the picture that was on his shirt. All right, let me get into what it means. Because their stylists are so sneaky and shady. Okay. A heart with a rose and snake symbolizes the complex interplay of love, beauty, temptation, and transformation, often representing passionate but dangerous love. The duality of life and spiritual rebirth and healing. Okay, scrolling down. Variations in meaning. Snake around the heart can suggest corrupted or dangerous love. Okay. Maybe Nicola and Luke's love was corrupted by somebody who tempted him. Their stylists are so shady. His stylist, not hers, his. Who's his stylist? I'm gonna message her on Instagram and be like, you are messy and you need to chill. Not only were the colors of the shirt matching, but this is what the design on his shirt meant. And I can't believe that the exact design popped up that's on his shirt. Who made his shirt? I want to know. I want to know who made that shirt. Because honestly, that's ridiculous. It embodies the balance between opposites, suggesting that true experience requires navigating both light and dark. A classic interpretation sees the snake tempting towards forbidden passion, and the rose representing beauty and innocence corrupted by desire. Oh my God, why are they so dramatic and messy? And you know what? It could be a total coincidence. It could be a total coincidence. But I'm sorry, after everything that we've seen and known over these years, nothing is coincidence and everything's on purpose. That's just me. Everything's on purpose. Who's the corrupted love? Who's the temptation? You guys answer. You guys answer the question in the chat. I'm not going to answer it for you. Who's the corrupted love and who is the temptation? That's it. That's it. I am so over it. Oh. I still think Luke and A will get engaged this year. Not sure about Nicola and Jake will make it through. Why do you think they're going to get engaged? What about their relationship makes you think that? He still hasn't claimed her. He still has, outside of the images that he posted in the BAFTAs and stuff, he still hasn't done anything to make anyone think that they are in any way romantically involved like that, at least that far along. That's crazy. I think he's more annoyed with her than anything because she just tags along with him everywhere. She doesn't have anything of her own, and she doesn't have a life of her own outside of him. Either that or she's just, trying to, like I said earlier, she's like one of those women who's like trying to push something where the man isn't really like 100% committed to you, but because you're there, she's trying to push the issue. I don't know. He just looks annoyed when he's around her. That's all I'm going to say. At that Moet event with the champagne thing, you could see her like in the photos that were taken of him, but he wasn't even paying her any mind. He looked annoyed that she was there. And I'm just like, yeah, because she follows you to every event you go to, bro. She literally stayed in New York for 3 months with you because she doesn't have anything of her own. If I was him, I'd be annoyed by that girl. Exactly. That deleting pictures was personal to please Jake and give him comfort about Luke because he sees the tension and being jealous and insecure about it. I don't think he is. That's another assumption. I don't think he is. I think he could care less about Luke because I don't think he's that deep into it with Nicola. I don't think that it's like, I think these are in my opinion, these are relationships of convenience and these are relationships out of spite. At least like Nicola and Jake. I feel like Nicola and Jake is out of pure spite, like on Nicola's end. Like I just feel like it's just spiteful and vindictive. And I feel like at this point, they're just playing a game of chicken to see who's going to last the longest with these people because it's just so, you only need to look at the promo that they just did to understand, like, obviously they ain't past whatever they need to get past. Because if you're past something with somebody, you're not going to act that way. You're going to be cool. You're going to be like, whatever, I don't care. I think Luke and Nic have to be so careful when they are together on screen because of the backlash to their SOs. Whatever their history was, this hypervigilance has to be exhausting. Yeah, but they did it to themselves, bro. They did it to themselves. They didn't have to go that hard in the world tour, but they went that hard because it is what it is. They weren't just friends. They went that hard because they weren't just friends. Something happened and then something blew up and then now they just tolerate each other. And the fact that they deleted pics, the fact that they're acting this way just goes to show that no, they were never just friends. I think Luke is going to break up from her this year. She is not making it and she knows it deep down. Girl, her Instagram followers are still at 14,000. I mean, but she's really not trying to promote herself. And I feel like it might be because she doesn't want Luke to think that she's trying to ride his coattails, but she is though. Because every time something about Bridgerton comes out, this girl posts something. And I'm just like, what do you do? You annoying leech. You annoying attention seeker. You are so annoying. Like what? Luke, what are you doing with a freaking 24-year-old immature child? Her frontal lobe isn't even developed yet, bro. Get out of there. And that's the issue that's the only issue I struggle with still. Why is he still with her? He's a grown man who can make his own decisions. And we know that he is not in love with her, but the only conclusion that one can come to is that he's still with her out of spite, just like Nicola's still with Jake out of spite. Because going back to the timeline with everything that happened, the Italy trip was when everything blew up. Because in Italy, the pictures of him and Antonia in the water came out. They weren't kissing. Everyone said they were. He was helping her because she was setting him up because she was like, oh, I'm hurt. Like, I'm hurt. You can watch the video. Just like Mia said, watch the video and you'll see how it all went down. And that was a setup. And then Nick probably saw it and was like, oh, hell no, I'm done. And then everything after that Italy trip was back and forth, back and forth. Then Nick went to Australia with Jake. Then Luke deleted his pictures. Then Nick deleted her pictures. Then Luke came out with Nick came out with Jake at the BAFTA pre-party. Luke came out with Antonia at the BAFTA awards. What happened after that? Some social media exchanges. What happened after that? Like, you guys have to, like, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern. And it's like, I don't know why they think that they're acting like two private citizens who are doing this to each other, but you're not. You're celebrities in a certain sphere, and everyone's going to see this and pick up on it. So it's crazy to me how they were doing all this, like, and they know people are going to pick up on the patterns. I don't think it's on my mind like it was last summer. Is it on yours like it was? No, it's not. And I'm doing these because this is like I said in my post today, my content on them and moving forward is going to be severely limited because I want to talk about Benefit season. I'm done talking about this stupid mess because all it is going in circles. And I don't understand how like a small part of the fandom just enjoys this going back and forth with themselves. I don't know if it's just because, you know, they're older and they stay home most of the day and they don't have anything else to do, or like if it's just like what is it? I want to know, like, in the chat, why is this still a thing? What do you want out of it? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to get anything out of it except the same shit over and over again. Nothing is going to come out of it. You have to just close that book and move on, because you're not going to get any answers. Do you think she could just be trying to be funny or leaning into there? No, she's not trying to be funny, and she's not leaning into anything. She looked annoyed. She looked like she did not want to be there, and she did not want to. I'm going to pull up another video and see how she did the Oz to him before, because it's different. Yeah, because I'm gonna compare it right now. Just like I compared their kiss promo to their promo in season 3, which was light years different from each other. I'm like, TikTok? No, I don't have TikTok. I hate when Google pulls up TikTok in your search results. I'm annoyed. Okay, I think I found it. Give me a second. God, he annoys me so much. Okay. Is the audio sharing?
And there was one scene where I was meant to pass him to Luke, but he sort of held on to me. It was so cute, just like clung on.
This sort of style with the lapels.
Here it is.
So yeah, I'm happy. Also, your dress matches your eyes.
Oh, thanks.
Tell me that's not different. Tell me that's not different. Tell me that's not different than this one. I'm going to share my whole screen so I don't have to switch back and forth for you guys. Sorry, you're going to see some other stuff. You want to tell me how that's not different from this? I'll go ahead. But no, I don't agree with that comment. She was annoyed and she was over it. I'm going to show this one time. How's that different from this? That's all I'm going to say. Annoyed, disgusted, chill. She's fine with it. That's all I'm going to say. Am I still sharing my screen? Why does it do this? Okay. I am not a pro live streamer, so forgive me. No, she's not trying to be funny. She's annoyed and she's over it. Just like, yeah. Oh, they definitely are using it. They know something is there and being like, oh, okay, tea time. If they're exploiting them, that would be tragic. Yeah. I think it would be really, really bad behavior and disgusting, honestly, because if the network is using someone's personal struggles to promote a show, which, you know what, like, I wouldn't be surprised because they do that. Like, it's entertainment and they really just don't care about these people. It's just, they're all money bags in their eyes to them. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but because I have no proof, I can't prove it. And so here we are. But if they are, then that's disgusting. Shondaland team cast all of them low-key shipping Luke and Nicola, and I'm sure they're not liking their current dates. Well, that's the other problem, right? Like last year, the cast was shipping them, the crew was shipping them, the behind the scenes, whatever was shipping them. The reporters who interviewed them together were saying, oh, like, I find it so hard to believe these two aren't in love. And the faces these reporters were making when they answered questions was like, oh shit, like, are you guys a thing? Like, everyone in the world was not wrong. And that's what I'm trying to get out of today and to hone in on and tell you guys we weren't wrong. But if you're going to sit in this circle of trying to figure out what happened, you're going to go crazy and you're never going to. So be at peace and chill and happy with the fact that we were right. Something went down. They were like, you know, they were either fooling around, they were talking, they were doing something. And then something happened and then everything just went like, so take comfort in that. That's all I can say. The other actors were busy for the promo. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I would hope it's because Yaren was busy, because it's literally her season and she's barely in the promos yet. I mean, we still have the whole month of January, so I'm literally holding out hope that we get some more promos of Yaren and Luke Thompson, because it's literally their season. Where are they together? I don't know. They have uncomfortable chemistry. Well, it's not chemistry anymore, girl. It is not chemistry anymore. It's just uncomfortable. Take the word chemistry out. It's just uncomfortable now. Nicola's picture from that shoot looked pissed off too. Yeah, and if you guys follow my channel regularly, I called that out. I screenshotted the picture and I said, why does she look mad? Why does she look? But she's looked that way for a while. That's why it's just like something went down and we're not going to find out what it is, but it did. Hate your 6-year friend co-star that much. I don't know. It had to have been something like pretty big, because for people to act like this for this long of a time is pretty crazy. Yes, I know Yaren was doing a play. That's why I said she might have been busy, or she might have been doing her play at the time, because that promo was filmed in October, and you can tell because October was the last run of Luke's off-Broadway show, and he still had the hairstyle and the little cut in his eyebrow in that Bridgerton promo. So it was probably right after he got back to the UK when they filmed it in October. And then what happened after that promo? Nicola's article came out, and then Luke did not post the New York photo dump with that freaking leech girl until after Nicola's article came out. That's what I'm saying. It's always the back and forth, dude. It's a pattern. Luke looks at her when he says something related to her character, and looks at her when she says something. Nicola is acting like she's sitting behind some devil. She probably thinks she's like, just don't look at me, bro. He didn't even have to look at her when he didn't even have to make it about Penelope. And that's my other issue, is that Luke needs to leave the show, because they are not going to respect that man's character anymore. His character is so multidimensional. He travels. He's a writer too, but his whole life is about Penelope now. And it was his book in the first place. The whole season, and season 3 was centered around Penelope and not him and Penelope. And I'm just like, they're doing this man so dirty. Like, Luke Newton, if you ever like hear of any of us on social media talking about you like this, leave the freaking show. I know you need a check, bro, but is it worth your dignity? I don't know, because I don't know if these answers in the promo were scripted either, or if they were just coming up with them off the top of the dome. But like, I feel like that these were scripted, and that is super dirty to give him a New Year's resolution. That's not even about him. It's not even about his life. I'm like, your resolution could have been to write another book. Your resolution could have been to travel more. No, getting closer to Penelope. Shut the heck up. Shut up. I am so done. They're just doing him so wrong. Ugh. I did clock that massive grin at Luke T versus what the F are you talking to me for? Yeah, in the SAG video compared to the promo. Yeah, because her awe, when she used to say aw to him when he complimented her, she used to be like, aw, thank you. Now she's like, aw. Like, that's a disgusted face if I ever saw one. And I know, because I'm that same person who, when I am feeling a type of way, you can see it on my face. I can't hide it. You can see how I'm feeling. And that's why I really have to like be conscious of my expression sometimes and like force a poker face, because I'm that way. If I make an expression and I don't even know I'm making it, but if I'm annoyed, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. Neither one of Nicola's lines were about Penn and Colin. Yeah, exactly. Luke gets annoyed and sad that she is ignoring him like that. He definitely wants to be closer to her and mend the relationship. I feel bad for him, but then I don't, because if whatever happened was on him, then bro, you need to own up to that and do whatever. Like, obviously someone's not apologizing, or obviously someone is not accepting an apology if one was given. But it's giving like scorned lover, it's giving breakup, it's giving not friends, and we never were friends. We just said we were friends to pacify everybody, but really we had feelings for each other for all these years. What? I still contend she lost her virginity. What? Nicola wasn't a virgin. What are you talking about? No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going there, because that's just delusional and unhinged. She wasn't a virgin, first of all. If you're talking about like Nicola in real life, if you're talking about Penelope, then that's different. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. She didn't lose. No, she did not lose virginity to Luke. That's not true. She's had boyfriends before. Yeah, no. Come on, Nick, you can do better. Are your friends like you said you were or not? Is there something else going on? In which case, I don't know. Yep, they were never friends. They always had feelings. Nicola has that Irish sarcastic look down to a T. Is that an Irish thing? Because I know a lot of people who do that, and I don't live in Ireland. It was like, a lot of people are saying it was sarcastic, but it was reading more like, I just don't want you to look at me. Yeah, I read that line. I forgot where I read that line, if it was like on Reddit or if it was somewhere else, but a man actually said that. He said some men marry women they need and cheat with the ones they want, because it's true. That's why y'all gotta be careful out there. He was with Jade and going everywhere together. At the end, they still broke up. Yep, relationships can come and go. Friendships like that is not easy to go, and they don't go until someone accepts and confesses. Yeah, but with Jade, like, he was very outspoken in public with her. And like with this girl, like, he's just, I don't know. I still think he's annoyed by her, and I still think he's just with her just because he's, I don't know if Luke is the type of guy who can't be alone for extended amounts of time or what, but I know for a fact he ain't in love with that girl. That's for sure. Yes, their stylists are extremely messy. Absolutely. They are protecting current partners. They broke the internet at the SAG, lots of explaining. Well, they break the internet every time they're in a room together, because something happens, whether it's cute or whether it's awkward or whether it's weird, something happens. And then it's like, you think the producers of the show, they do know that. And that's why they put them together, because it just boosts, like, people talking about the show and people talking about it. And I'm just like, this was my fear. And I said it in another video I made. This was my fear the whole time, was that after their season was over, they're still going to be put together like this and taking attention away from the next leads of the next seasons. That's why I want, like, Luke, you just need to go and like start doing movies or something. Like, do major motion pictures. Get out of like this TV show, because they don't respect you. They don't respect you, bro. I feel bad for him. Yeah, she doesn't want to be around him until there is not any compulsory promo shoot or interview. Is giving, I have feelings and I'm running away. Sorry. It's giving like, we got unresolved shit, but I don't want to talk to you. I would give anything to see what their text message exchanges are like. Mia was funny last night. I told her that and she was like, yeah, they're probably like, Luke was like, I'm sorry, are you still mad? Yeah. Nicola, yeah. Okay. Are you still mad now? Yeah. What can I do? Nothing. I'm sorry, you forgive me? No. Like, it was one word answer. Oh, God. Luke's shirt is giving one of the Reputation merches by Taylor Swift. Oh, I didn't know that. I love Holly. Is that his stylist? She is a genius for putting it's Luke A. Follows her on Instagram, and she doesn't even follow her back. Girl, no. Oh, Antonia follows Holly, but Holly doesn't follow. It's the same thing that they said, like, in Luke's play. They said that his family was there, and they weren't even really like acknowledging that girl or something. I'm just like, how? But then why is Luke so stupid as to keep her around? That's what I'm saying. Luke, are you dumb? Like, that's why I'm wondering if this girl is like a narcissist and she's just wearing him down psychologically. Like, I don't know any other reason, because if you've been in a relationship with a narcissistic personality disorder before, that's what they do. They isolate you from your friend. Well, they love bomb you. Then they isolate you from your friends, and then they gaslight you. And then it's like, at the end of the day, it's just you and them doing everything together and going everywhere together. And you can't, like, I feel, and Luke is one of those people who's very empathetic and sensitive. And he's the type of person that is the prime target for somebody like that. So I really am worried about Luke, honestly. Like, he doesn't, if that is the case, which I'm not saying it is, he don't deserve that shit. It could also be that their messy, corrupted love is A and temptation is N. I think it's the other way around. That's how I took it. Corrupted love is Nicola, because A was the temptation. But yes, your analysis is pretty much the same as mine, except switch Nicola and Antonia. He is annoyed with her, I'm telling you. I think Holly, Luke's stylist, knows Luke closely. They are working together for years. She for sure knows Luke has feelings for Nick and wants to tell her she doesn't like A or her energy. I want to be able to interview some of these people so bad and be like, can you guys just come like on my YouTube channel so I can interview you? And we're not going to talk about anything sensitive, but I just kind of want to just discuss, you know, have like a lunch and learn, and maybe something will slip out. I just want to know what these other people think. Yes, we do not know, and we won't ever know. So we have to, like, everyone just has to just be okay with that. And Jake is allegedly reading books, but the line he says for Nicola's movie is this film is so mega. Yeah, he is probably reading toddler books. Oh, someone posted somewhere that A is isolating Luke on purpose. Is it someone else other than me? Because I said that too. But I think I only said it in my YouTube community post. So if someone else said it, then they're on the same page as me, and I'd like to know who they are. And it's become obvious that Elle has no recent photos with his bros, and Rory has a lot with the friend group. Yeah, that was brought up too, that something happened with the friend group, but for some reason A is still sticking around because she was part of that friend group too. And to have all of them now distanced but keep her is super sketchy. I don't know. Again, I don't know. She posts often when Bridgerton released. Yeah, she does, because she's an attention whore and she's annoying. And I'm just, I don't give her any attention though. And like, no one else should either. If you follow her, unfollow her on Instagram. Like, don't give it any attention. Don't even talk about it. If you don't talk about it, you don't look at it, it's not there. It doesn't exist. What's that theory? The string I don't know. It's some theory in the universe where like, if you walk out of your room right now, none of that stuff that's in your room exists because you can't see it. It doesn't exist if you can't see it, man. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. But yeah, that's why I'm like, she's disgusting to me, is because she's capitalizing. If it's not malicious, then she's capitalizing off of the Bridgerton, Nicola, Luke drama, because she does post more frequently when stuff gets dropped by Bridgerton or Luke or Nic or whatever. And you can see that there's like, they're just shady. They're all shady. And that's what happens when you get involved with a 20-something whose frontal lobe is not yet developed. They act like that. I'm just going to say. But I wondered about Luke's shirt the first time I saw the black and white picture. Yeah, it was matching her outfit. It was matching. And not to mention, their bottom half was matching too. He was wearing black slacks and she was wearing a black skirt with black tights and black shoes. Get out of my face. Get out of my face with that. Their stylists are so Dramatic. Also, Rory and Sienna broke up, and Sienna and Antonia still seem to be tight. Yeah, I think she did visit her in New York. I heard that she was passing through on the way to some other thing, but yeah, they still apparently talk. So I'm not that involved in it. I don't know about the friends. I don't know about anything because I just don't care. I don't care to know about it. I don't care. I literally only follow Luke on Instagram now, and that's stretching it. Like, I'm about to unfollow him, but I only follow him because he barely posts. Like, I don't want to see stuff anymore. I'm over it. I'm ready for season 4. And it makes me mad and sad that no one's even talking about season 4 because this is all they can focus on. They do act like they're private citizens. The outrage and lack of logic, it's odd. It is really odd. That's what I brought up earlier in this live. They're acting like two private people who are having this drama between them, but they're acting it out on a global stage. And I'm like, you guys, chill. Like, you're letting your emotions come through your face at work. That's crazy. Like, if you're actors, even if you're doing a promo, I know you're not in character, but if you're actors, you should be good at hiding that, right? But again, when people are actors, they're very expressive. And a lot of the times, like I said before, because I do this, we're not aware of the expressions our face is making. So Nicola could have done that and she could not have been aware of what her face looked like. And then if she went back and looked at the video when the Bridgerton Instagram dropped it, she probably didn't share it for a reason. She probably didn't share it because she's like, oh, damn, that's what my face looked like when I said that? Shit. They both did not share it for a reason. That's all I'm going to say. They didn't say their true deep down feelings to each other, whether it is ugly or beautiful, and they didn't move on from each other. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can tell there's still stuff harboring. There's still stuff festering. You can tell. I see how Luke still wants to be close to her. Why move on? Yeah, that poor guy. That poor guy. He needs to stop trying. Luke, if you just stop trying and just, bro, it's not going to happen unless, like, you do something, like, extraordinary, like, dump this girl, like, off on the side of the road or something. Like, Nicola's not going to come back into your good graces. Annoyed because they have to hold back their chemistry and easy flirting for their partners. I don't know if it's for their partners. They're having an issue, obviously, and it's showing on their face. Sienna and Rory broke up, and I think something went down between Rory and Luke, and A definitely doesn't like Rory because of Sienna. She is going to hang out with her after Luke breaks up from her. How do you know? How do you know this? Do you have a crystal ball? Because if you do, I want to borrow it because I want to know what's going to happen in my life this year. I need to know what's going to happen so I can, like, avoid and block certain things. We don't know what's going to happen. Luke could break up with her and things could just be the same. I don't want Nick and Luke together. They're toxic. I just want them to do better. That's all I want. I want them to do better, especially Luke. Do better, bro. Do better. You're literally... I don't know. Ugh. Do better. That's it. Yes, we do know something happened, and that's the closure that we have. Girl, she is not happy at all with Jake. Like, she thinks she is, and she wants to show us that boy is not physically or emotionally support to her, not able to. She is not happy and deep down knows it. Well, like it was said before, and this is just another hypothesis, not fact, but I think Jake is more an emotional support than physical. And I think for Luke, Antonia is more physical than emotional. I think Luke is still emotionally invested in Nicola. And the poor guy, is, like, still emotionally invested in her. And she is just like, I hate you. But it's like I feel like they're getting things out of their current partners that they didn't get necessarily from each other at the time, but they're not getting what they have with each other. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because I'm not repeating it. Luke and Anthony are no longer together. How do you know? How do you know this? The last I checked, he still follows her and he still liked all her recent posts on Instagram. How do you know that they're not? If she has moved on and loves that child she is dating, she would be okay. But if she still has deep down feelings, she would hate him like she acts like she does. Yeah, that's like, you know, when they said, oh, like we're the best of friends, like you guys were never friends. You were never friends. You always had feelings. That's why they did the stupid churro truck and they called themselves mom and dad on set. Who does that? If there's people calling each other work husband and work wife, they're most likely cheating with each other. That is literally weird. You don't call each other mom and dad if you're just friends, bro. I don't care who you are. I knew people in my real life who did that. Guess what happened? They ended up together. Did they stay together? I don't think so, but they ended up together for a time. I'm sorry. You don't do that if you're just friends. I'm catching up on the live. I don't know if she gets engaged to him when she can't even comment on his post. That's a wild jump. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I don't know why people leap to that kind of conclusion. He was with Jade for 4 years and he didn't marry her and he didn't even put a ring on her finger. Y'all got to stop with that jumping to conclusion shit. That's craziness. SAG Awards was after Italy. Yes, they had chemistry. Now they didn't have chemistry at the set. I made a whole video about it. If you guys are new to my channel and you didn't see that video I made about the SAG Awards with them, I said that she looked annoyed, but she was being cordial. She was okay with it because they were at the award show and there were eyes all on them. But now I feel like she just doesn't give two Fs. She's just like, this is how I feel and I don't care anymore. Luke was the one that was all over her on the SAGs. She wasn't doing the same thing he was. He was acting like a sick puppy at the SAG Awards, and she was just like going along with it because she didn't want to make a scene. I don't think they had chemistry at the SAG Awards. He was trying to. Have you read the books? Colin is obsessed with Penelope in the books, and they call him Colin My Wife Bridgerton. I think the promo was on brand for that. I did, but again, like, they didn't give him half of the character development as he had in his book, though. That's my issue. I think that the show is not giving him proper character development as related to his character in the books. That's all I'm saying. I understand that he was all about Penelope and stuff, but also there were other aspects to his character in the book that they're completely disregarding in the show. That's my whole issue. Someone asked about A in that play to his grandma, and his grandma said who? Okay, so his grandma, I don't know. I heard it was his mom. I heard it was his grandma. That's why I don't know if it's real or not, because everyone's saying something different. When someone said to his mom that we love Luke and Nic together, she said, oh yeah, we love them together too. Yeah, I remember that. That's another thing. For real, Holly, we need you to speak. She knows some tea and knows A's energy is filthy. I want like an aura reader to do like an aura reading on her and Nick and Luke. And I don't know if I believe in that stuff wholeheartedly, but I think it would be entertaining to see someone do an aura reading like on certain photos of them. She was definitely pissed in this promo when it was filmed and then deleted 100 photos, including the town and country. They messed around and they effed around and found out. That's all it is. It's simple. If you F around, you're going to find out. She deleted the pictures though before this promo, by the way. That was last year, September or something. That was before this promo was filmed. I think so. If I'm wrong, call me out on that, but I'm pretty sure when she deleted the photos, it was before the promo was filmed. But again, like I'm also not sitting here on my computer like looking up timelines like that. Like I'm just going by my general knowledge of the timeline of events that happened. Maybe she did delete them after the promo was filmed. And if she did, that's also very telling. So, oh wait, she deleted October 18th. How do you know the promo was filmed October 17th? Is it because they posted their pictures on October 17th? If it was, then it was probably filmed before that. That's crazy. So she did delete all the pictures after this was filmed? Bruh. That just goes to show that I'm reading her expressions in this promo correctly. She was annoyed. Wow. Okay. What happened? This is what we'll never know. Just got to accept it. We'll never know. Something happened and it had to have been something big. I can't remember, but I saw it somewhere. Then you said it and that's when it stuck. Oh, okay. What I was talking about before. I know it's not, but it kind of crosses the line when you're public figures and you're acting like this on camera. It's going to make people talk. It's going to make people talk. I agree. We don't know these people or their personal lives. Exactly. But they're putting it out there for everybody. They're the ones who can't hide their expressions. They're the ones who have talked about each other in the past so explicitly. And now they're doing this. It's going to come back to bite you. They look fine. Girl, watch it again and compare it to their other interviews they've done. I just showed earlier in this live the SAG interview versus this promo. And it's light years different from each other, how she reacts to him. I don't think we're going to get answers at all. I know, I saw your comment. I know you keep saying this. We're not going to get answers. You just have to be okay with that. We're not going to get answers because even if Luke breaks up with A, Nicola's probably not going to care and she's probably going to stay with Jake. You guys, like, stop going in these circles, please. For your own sanity, stop. Just stop because I'm tired of talking about it. I'm sure you guys are tired of it too. I'm tired of it. It's not like they have with each other. Their dates can't give them the energy and it pisses Nicola off so much. So that's why she's crying at interviews. When was she crying? Which one? Maybe she's getting high. Maybe that's why her eyes are red. Don't quote me on that. I'm just kidding. Maybe she is. If I had to deal with someone I wasn't particularly fun with, I would get high too. Shit. Yeah, that's what I just said. I agree. I think Luke and Nic have themselves to blame for feeding and fueling the Nicola and Pollen frenzy. None of the other leads needed a PR relationship to promote their season. Yeah, but that's how we know, and that's how we have closure that it wasn't PR. Because the way they're acting now, if it was just PR, y'all would still be cool with each other. Y'all wouldn't be deleting personal pictures off your Instagram. Y'all wouldn't be making facial expressions that are made when you're annoyed by somebody, okay? Like, that's it. It wasn't PR. It was real. Wait, so they shot this promo, then she erased pics the next day. Yeah, apparently. That's what somebody gave the dates, and they said that's what happened. And if that's the case, that's crazy. Oh, she deleted them in sets. So, like, I think it was like one day she deleted some and then another day she deleted more. But the fact that they were just the most personal pictures of them and they were the pictures that the fan base used to solidify the Nicola ship. That's probably why she deleted them. She's like, no, there's nothing, like, you guys need to stop. Like, I'm deleting this because the specific photos that were deleted were the photos that the fan base used to literally construct the ship and sail it. And Nicola's chronically online and she knows this, and so that's why they were deleted. Very specific photos. And he posted in October 21st October 21st as a response. Yeah, which was Nicola season 4 selfie anniversary date. Yeah, I'm just saying, they're just petty. They're acting like two high schoolers using social media to go back and forth. It's wild. I'm going to ask about reading for Holly, also everyone in here, that A, probably be out from Luke's life, then Nicola is going to lose her shit much more. I don't know. I just hope he cuts that girl off. I don't even care. I don't want it to be for Nicola. I want it to be for him. He needs to cut that freaking, like, slime ball out of his life because she's not, your partner is supposed to be enhancing your life. And I feel like this girl like is just taking. She's just a taker. That's it. So he needs to cut her off. I don't care. I don't want him and Nick to be together. They're drama. 110? She deleted 110 pictures? Wow. 110 deletes after October 18th, and many of them she's called herself Penelope as in first person in all those captions. Ooh. Yeah. It was all the photos where they were insinuating that they were a thing. I think it's going to happen unconsciously. Nicola's breakup from Jake, the reason is not going to be Luke. It's going to be that they're not happy together anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I still keep going back to that article, and I don't know if it was fake because you guys know these magazine publications will sometimes make up stories, but I keep going back to that article where they said Nicola's friends are warning her that Jake's going to break her heart. I'm like, girl, yeah, because like, where are the pictures? Like he looks like he hates his life in the pictures with her. Ugh. Jake, if you need help, blink twice, please. Are you being held hostage? Tell us now. But you're all on here saying definitively that you know how they feel. No, we're not. We're not saying we know how they feel. We're going by the patterns and we're going by what they've said in interviews and to each other before. And we're going by everything that's happened over the past 4 years. If someone just came in during the last year of this stuff, they're not going to see it. This goes back to 2021, okay? All of this. They were flirting when Luke was together with Jade, okay? So it's not just from recently. But I agree that, like, this is why I keep saying, like, I'm done talking about them because it doesn't lead to any productivity for anybody. And it's just really a waste of time for everyone at this point because, like, we have our closure and there's nothing more to say. That's it. Or what is HMUA? We're posting real time. I don't know what that means. Tell me later. They couldn't promote season 1 and season 2 because of COVID. No press tours. Yeah, but that was because COVID. And that's why I was giving them a chance to promote season 4 in a kind of similar manner as season 3. But I don't think they are. I think it's very uneven promotion. And it goes back to the fact that Colin and Penelope, their fan base was huge and they saw dollar signs. And so that's why the promotion for season 3 was as big as it was, because the fans made it big because there were just so many fans put like, we want this, we want this, we want this. And so the network gave it to them. They're like, okay, we're going to do a tour with them. And then the fact that Luke and Nicola were super active on social media, they were also egging it on from day one because Luke Thompson has no social media, remember this, and Yaren is not really, pushing like Nick and Luke pushed their season. So the dynamic is a lot different. But I'm just frustrated that, yeah, there's no COVID pandemic issue anymore. So why aren't they giving each season an equal amount of promotion at this point? It's weird to me. It's just a little weird. That's it. She deleted her NC's Penelope character announcement in the October 18th cluster after this promo from 2019. She went real far back. She went real far back and deleted photos. Like that's effort. And she has so many posts on her Instagram. It probably took her over an hour to find them and delete them. That girl was scrolling all the way back. Yeah, that article, I am like, y'all, if her friends warned her about it and she ignored, she's going to regret that. I always said if anyone is being heartbroken, it will be poor Jake because of her behavior with Luke. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to assume anything about their relationships at this point. I think that they need to stop taking away from Luke and Yaren's season, because that's what's happening, and I don't like it. I don't like that the network is potentially using their personal issues to promote the show. I don't like that the network is even still putting them on the same screen together in promos when like they were focused so hard on Luke and Nic last season. Why can't they give Luke and Yaren the same attention this season? I don't know. But instead, they're shoving Luke and Nic in our face again, and it's just crazy. I feel like after season 3 filming, they had a Ross and Rachel break talk, and there was messiness because they messed around on tour and didn't actually communicate. I don't know. All we know is something happened. What it was, we don't know. And then something broke, and now things are weird. But that's the closure that we all have. Hair and makeup artists were storying for Yaren, Hannah, Dodd, Nicola in real time. That's how we know the promo filming date. Okay, so their stories. I don't follow the makeup artists or anything, so thank you for that. Yeah, I forgot. Their makeup artists and stuff do their stories too. So it did take hours. We were keeping up with it in our Discord. Holy cow. How do you guys have that time? I don't got that time. I wish I had time on my hands like that. We have read the receipts. This is my hobby, but I just watch it like a Real Housewives. It is like a reality show. It's crazy. That's why I think people are so into it, because it's like a reality show dumpster fire, and everyone loves reality shows because they're so messy and people love drama, and then that's why it's ongoing. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you treat it like a reality TV show, that's different than being, what did Nicola call it? The parasocial. I can't believe she said that. Was funny that she said that to me. If Luke Thompson doesn't have social media, he's clearly not as comfortable promoting as Nic and Luke, so there won't be as much for Luke and Yaren. That's what I was kind of wondering in my own head. I was like, I wonder if Luke Thompson just isn't the type to want to be center of attention, because how he seems as a person, he seems super chill and drama free, and he seems like he's just like, I just want to do what I have to do, and I don't want to do anything beyond that. I mean, the man's almost 40. Like, if he's not 40 yet, I think in season 3 he was like 38 or something. So I don't know, but he's getting up there, and I understand. I get it, Luke. I get it. I only have YouTube, and my Instagram is not even, it's small. Like, I don't even barely post on Instagram. So I get it, sir. If you don't want to be all up in people's faces, totally understand. So if this is like Real Housewives, then who is the one to flip the table? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out, right? But all I'm saying, and I never got an answer to my question in my chat. Why, if we have the closure that we need because based on their behavior something happened, why is that not good enough? Why is everyone still going in a circle? Because I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing this for you guys because I know you want to talk about it. But at this point, I don't care. I'm just waiting for Luke and Yaren's season to come out so I can watch it and enjoy myself watching season 4. But why are people still going in circles about this when we know we are never going to find out what happened? Because we're not. Just got to be happy with the fact that obviously something went down, and now they're not friends like they said they were anymore. It just is what it is. I know. I can't believe. I know. I really think they should have made at least a promo account for his character, right? Like, not even Luke Thompson, like just an account for Benedict. I thought it would be. That's why these people need to hire me on their social media team. It would be so cool if they had an account for Benedict Bridgerton and they showed his paintings and they showed everything he does on a creative basis. That would be so cool as a promo. Like, hey, this is my painting I did today. Do you got, like, come on. Y'all are missing out on opportunities. Shondaland or Bridgerton people, if you're watching this video, you need to hire me to do social media promo for these characters, not the actors, because I ain't getting involved with that. The characters. Make Instagram or TikTok accounts for the characters, and like do Francesca. Show her playing the piano on her Instagram. Show her like having a good old time in the Scottish countryside or wherever she freaking is right now. do an Instagram account for Gregory Bridgerton and his antics that he does. Like, do you know how fun that would be? Do you know how fun that would be to just set up accounts for the characters? Set up an account for, what's her name? Eloise, and have her post a bunch of like sarcastic like posts about how society is so effed up because that's who she is. Man, y'all need to hire my ass. I'm telling you, because you're not doing it right. You're doing it wrong. Luke is going to flip the table. Broke up from A. Nicola more stressed. He's going to bring good chaos. I don't know, man. Nick will be 39 less than a week. Exactly. And they're not really, I don't know. I just wish that they could hide their emotions on their face. That's all. I thought it was just, I liked the promo because I liked the family in it and everything, but I just, the energy she was giving was so weird. And I'm a person who I can sense energy very easily. Like, I don't watch scary or dramatic movies a lot because it starts to affect me because I don't like that negativity. And I can sense energies in how people are feeling a lot of the time. And it's just like watching that promo was just like, oh, it was like, oh, weird, but okay. They're likely contract obligated to interact for the next 4 years. Yeah, that's why I hope Luke just slowly is phased out of the show, like Reggae was. He didn't come back in season 2 even. Like, he was just like, peace out, I'm done, because he valued himself enough to be like, I'm out. I'm moving on. This is it. Luke needs to do that too. Yeah, join each other's page and discuss amongst yourselves, like, if you guys are still monitoring the situation, because I'm definitely not going to be posting as much about them. It's private page. All right, she answered you, girl. It's a private page. Anyway, do you guys have anything else to say regarding this situation? Because I'm about to cook my dinner because I'm pretty hungry. I think that at the end of the day, like I said, we're never going to get answers about what's actually going on between them. We're just going to see stuff happen again and again because that's how it is and that's how it's going to continue to be. And you just need to be okay with the fact that you're not going to know the details because it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's easy money, but again, like he could be doing other stuff outside of this and networking, and instead of getting these little jobs like off Broadway, he could be in major motion pictures. But Luke seems to be okay being in Bridgerton minimally and just hanging with the fam. Yeah, like again, we don't know how he feels. We don't know how they feel. We can just observe and then, talk about it. You think he's going to be there till the end? What are they going to do with Colin? What are they going to do with him till the end of the show? Because they're not elaborating on his character at all. He's all about Penelope and that's it. What are they going to do with him? Just like he's going to hump Penelope in every season and that's going to be it. They're not expanding on his character unless I see in this season that they expand upon his character with his writing and everything, then I don't buy it. What are they going to do with him in the next 4 seasons if they don't do something like that with his character? I hope he gets to write another book or like expand upon his writing journey of his character. Yeah, that's another thing that I immediately noticed was after the promo was over, I was like, well, that kind of got unprofessional a little bit, but then like switched back to professional after Luke shut up and stopped talking. I just think she's annoyed by him and I don't know why, but again, it doesn't matter at this point. You're welcome. If they cast him, he's one of 100 basic white guys. The Netflix bag is too good to turn down. Netflix probably pays well. He is going to be there until at least season 6. We shall see. we shall see. I don't know. All I know is that I don't want to see these two in any other promos together for this season because I can't deal. I hope that the interviews that come out are going to be more of Luke and Yaren, because we still don't know what their personalities are as like people, like together. And I want to know that. I want to know who Yaren is, like outside of her role. I want to see her interact with the cast and with Luke. Like, where is it? I think that they're definitely going to drop more. But again, the day that promo that we just watched was filmed, they probably did a whole like interview hodgepodge with all the cast that day too. So you're going to see interviews come out with them wearing the same clothes, because that's what happens. Like, they do all of these in succession, like the same day. So I just hope that Luke and Nic aren't doing any more together, because it's going to be weird. If they're in an interview together by themselves, it's going to be weird. If they are in any other interviews together, I'm pretty positive that there's going to be another cast member or two with them. They're not going to be alone. He'll have stuff to do with season 5 and Philip bringing into the Beaton fold, Philip and Colin's friendship. Okay, so they are friends. I didn't read all the books, but if they're friends in the book, that makes sense. I am too, girl. I am too. And my life is just going to be so busy in the coming months. Like, I have a work trip that I really don't want to go to, but I have to. And that's going to be like 10 freaking days. And then I'm also going out of the country again in a couple months. And I'm just like, I'm tired of talking about them. I'm going to have some better content for like my travel stuff and exciting things that are coming up. So yeah, I'm excited about it, but I'm just going to be busy in the next like several months. So, but I hope at least like what this live could have done is just let you just come to some sort of closure, like knowing that something probably happened and that's why they're beefing, but we don't know. And you just have to accept that you'll never know what happened. And the more you ask what happened, the more you're going to go in circles. So closure, yeah, something happened and they're just not on good terms right now. That's all we can say. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you coming and watching. Like I said, I'm not going to stop doing lives like this or anything, but it's going to be like much less, because I don't want to give them any more energy than they deserve at this point, because it's Luke and Yaren's time, and that's what needs to take front and center stage. And also, I'll probably talk about Marcus and Violet, because I'm obsessed with their coupling, and I really love like older people love. It's cute, and it's so, I don't know. I love it. I love it. I love this for them. I love this for Violet. So, and in the books, they didn't have anyone for Violet. She stayed a widow. So I'm pretty interested to see where their storyline goes. So we shall see. You're welcome. All right, guys. I hope you guys all have a great weekend and a good Friday night, and stay healthy, because everyone out there is sick right now and disgusting. And 'tis the season to order groceries on Instacart. That's what I'm doing. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.